Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to, excuse me, welcome to Division A's Table Topics and International Speech Contest. Now, as your division director, I officially open the meeting by invoking the power invested in me by Toastmasters International. I call our contest to order. Now, some reminders for my Zoom master. Can you please? There we go. Thank you very much. Always be reminded that we need to mute ourselves during the contest, and we request that we turn off our cameras. When the contest proper begins, the chat function will be disabled. You can show your support for your contestants through the emoticon button available at the bottom side of your Zoom screen. See the next slide, please. Please be reminded of our online speech contest testament. By attending this remote joint division speech contest, you agree to the privacy policy of Toastmasters International, as well as the unassociated remote hosting service. Some of your personal information, such as name, image, and any shared messages, may be shared with other meeting participants and will be recorded by Toastmasters International, who may use the recording in the future as it sees fit. Your remote attendance hereby discharges Toastmasters International from all claims, demands, rights, promises, damages, and liabilities arising out of or in connection with the use or distribution of said video recordings, including but not limited to any claims for invasion of privacy, appropriation of likeness, or defamation. Friends, let us begin by with an invocation by our Division A, Area 2 Director, Arlene Chen. Area 2 Director Arlene Chen, are you ready?
Let's pray in the holy presence of God, name, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear Lord, we pray that you guide all of the contestants today, the judges who will come in to evaluate and judge the contestant. We pray that everybody will be in good health. Pray for your wisdom in the conduct of this contest. May we find peace and joy in this season, even though we are in this pandemic condition. This we ask in the name of Jesus. Amen. Name, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you very much, Air Director Arlene. Now, I would like to introduce to you once again our contest master. Let us welcome Area 3 Director Craig Manaba. Back to you, Toastmaster Craig.
Thank you, Division Director Glenda. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Division A's Table Topics and International Speech Contest for the Toastmaster Year 2022. Now, I would like to invite everyone, especially those who are Filipino, to join me in singing the Philippine National Anthem while on mute.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang mag-ibig, telas ng sinakalan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyang ka ng magiting, sa mandulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa dagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong bagaw, ay hinatang tulang awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng patawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iindig, ang bituin at
Thank you. Now, for those of us who are Toastmasters, please join me in raising your right hands and recite the Toastmasters Promise. Toastmasters Promise. As a member of Toastmasters International and my club, I promise to attend club meetings regularly, to prepare all of my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on the Toastmasters education program, to prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments, to provide fellow members with helpful, constructive evaluations, to help the club maintain the positive, friendly environment necessary for all members to learn and grow, to serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so, to treat my fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy, to bring guests to club meetings so they can see the benefits Toastmasters membership offers, to adhere to the guidelines and rules for all Toastmasters education and recognition programs, and to act within Toastmasters' core values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence during the conduct of all Toastmasters activities. All right, you may now lower your hands. And now, please help me welcome with a round of virtual applause our District Director for the welcome remarks that was called on to the stage, District Director Richard Cuajo.
Thank you so much, Area Director Craig. Good afternoon to our fellow Toastmasters here in Division A. How are you? Are you excited for the contest?
Yes.
For all our contestants, did you take your lunch? Speech contest has always been, I think, one of my favorite portion of the Toastmasters events throughout the year. This is where we see our excellent speakers and members who goes out of their comfort zone and do the extraordinary by not only delivering speeches during club meetings, delivering their table topics, but took the next step towards excellence by competing in a speech contest. My mentors always told me, if you want to be the best speaker you can be, join the contest, because that's the fastest way you will really improve yourself in terms of delivering speeches. So this afternoon, let me take this opportunity to congratulate all our champions who are here to fight it out to represent Division A in the district runoffs. I know what you're doing is not easy, but rest assured, whatever the result is, you will always remember this journey and there will be no regrets. And to all of us, let's just all sit back and relax and enjoy the rest of this contest. Back to you, Craig.
Thank you for your wonderful words, District Director. I'm sure everyone here is now more excited to start our contest. To our district officers who are present, Chief Judge Adele, and contest officials, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, all the contestants have met their eligibility criteria, which is to be a member in good standing of a club in good standing. And for the international contestants, have finished at least 6 speeches in the Competent Communicator Manual or a level 2 in Pathways. All contestants have been briefed about the rules and timings of the contest. The timing will begin with the contestant's first definite verbal or non-verbal communication with the audience. The time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes for table topics, so green at 1 minute, yellow at 1.5, and red at 2, and will remain on until you conclude your speech. And 5 to 7 minutes for the international speech category. So the green light will be shown at 5, the yellow light will be shown at 6 minutes, and the red light will be shown at 7, and will stay on until you conclude your speech. There will be a grace period of 30 seconds after the 2 minutes for table topics before you get disqualified. And 30 seconds is allowed under time or overtime for the international speech. So just to be clear, table topics must be at in between 1 minute and 2 minutes 30 seconds, while international speech must be between 4 minutes 30 seconds and 7 minutes 30 seconds. All right. Any speaker who will be outside of those bounds will be disqualified for table topics or international speech. Masabi ko na to. No signal will be given for the overtime period, so you will not be alerted if you are over the 30-second grace period. I request that the Zoom master Please spotlight the contestants when they are called to deliver their speech. And for the timer who will be flashing his or her lights, please keep your virtual hand raised for the entirety of the contest for our contestants to be able to see you easily. The speaking order for the contestants have already been determined by a draw of lots. The speaking order is as follows. For table topics, contestant number 1, Lian Ross Gualar. Lian Ross Gualar. Contestant number 2, Erica Asa. Erica Asa. Contestant number 3, Anthony Foronda. Anthony Foronda. Contestant number 4, Kyle Astranbe. Kyle Astranbe. Contestant number 5, Beatriz Bianca Bencio. Beatriz Bianca Bencio. Toastmaster Beatriz would like to be called Bianca Bencio, so she will be introduced as Bianca later on. For the international speech contest, the speaking order is as follows. Contestant number 1, Alfred Quinsay. Alfred Quinsay. Contestant number 2, Angeli Huarque. Angeli Huarque. Contestant number 3, Carol Bahar. Carol Bahar. Contestant number 4, Lambert Lawenco. Lambert Lawenco. And contestant number 5, Precious Berdogala. Precious Berdogala. Now, I will explain the flow of the contest. Number 1, everybody is requested to mute their audio and close their videos while the contest is ongoing, except for the contestant who is speaking, the timers, and myself. The Zoom chat will also now be disabled to ensure that we avoid any and all distractions for our contestants later on. The Zoom master will unmute the contestant as per speaking order. I will ask each contestant to adjust his or her video and audio settings and confirm that they are ready to go by saying, contestant number, please acknowledge you are unmuted with a good afternoon, contest master. After that, I will respond with thank you and introduce them once their audio, their video, and their view of the timer are confirmed. For table topics, I will introduce the contestant as follows. I will start with their name and then the topic, repeat the topic, and then repeat the name. After that, the contestant is free to start their speech. There will be a 1-minute interval between speeches for the judges to mark their ballots. After all the contestants have finished their speeches, a 3-minute silence will be observed to enable the judges to tally their scores and submit their contest ballots to the chief judge. The tally counters will then collect the ballots privately from the chief judge. The announcement of the contest winners is final unless the list of winners is announced incorrectly, in which case we will all slap Division Director Glenda for doing that. But if that happens, the chief judge, tally counters, or timers are permitted to immediately interrupt to correct that error. All table topics contestants will be sent to a breakout room along with a sergeant at arms or marshal, except for contestant number 1. They will have to keep their video and audio on while inside that breakout room. In addition, they will have to show their hands by placing them visibly in front of their camera to the sergeant at arms or marshal inside the breakout room. They will be told by the marshal to leave the breakout room and move to the main meeting room as per their speaking order during the 1 minute of silence in between speakers. We will now call for the chief judge's contest declaration. Let me introduce you to our chief judge, distinguished Toastmaster Edel Demano. Toastmaster Edel.
Good afternoon, Division A, distinguished guests, all judges, roll takers, has been briefed. Back to you, Contest Master.
Thank you, Chief Judge. Oh, eto na. It's time to begin our contest. Pag na-spotlight na ako, okay lang talaga na mag-antay ako. Ayan, thank you. It is now time to begin the contest. In case of any technical failure at the contestant's end, and the contestant drops out of the meeting, I will say, timer, please note the time. We will pause until the chief judge provides us with the next instructions, whether to allow the contestant to continue or whether they will be judged based on what they have said prior to being cut off. At this time, I would like to ask the Zoom master to invite all the table topics contestants, except for the first contestant, into the breakout room along with our marshal. For those who are not supposed to be placed in the breakout room, please do not join the breakout room. Zoom master, please let me know when all contestants are safely in their breakout room alongside our marshal. All right, I see that everyone for table topics are in, but I would like to request for the role takers to be placed back into the main room. I see AD Arlene, AD Bea, Timer 1, Timer 2, and Raquel are in their breakout rooms. So can we please let them join back into the main room? Toastmaster Rochelle is in the breakout room, and so is Toastmaster Chief Judge Adele. One more person, Toastmaster Rochelle. All right, while we are waiting, the timer that will change your colors, please raise your hand and keep it up until the end of our contest. All right, timer 1, I see your hand is virtually raised. Please keep it there so that our contestants can see you. For everyone else, please turn off your videos so that our contestants can see the timer later on. All right, contestant number 1, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you. Can they please be spotlighted? All right, Toastmaster Li, I'd just like to check your audio. Can you please say good morning?
Good morning. Good afternoon, actually. Good afternoon,
Ay, sorry
everyone.
na. Thank you for that correction, and your audio is loud and clear. Judges, please subtract 10 points for the joke lang. Toastmaster Li, are you okay with your video framing, and can you confirm that you see timer 1 on your screen?
Yes, I can see timer 1 on my screen. I think I'm okay with my video framing. Thank you for asking.
All right, so if everything is okay, I will now introduce you, Toastmaster Li. Sorry, contestant number 1, Toastmaster Li Gualar. Your topic is, when a tiger flashes his teeth, don't mistake it for a smile. Once more, your topic is, when a tiger flashes his teeth, don't mistake it for a smile. Li Gualar.
Fellow Toastmasters, have you ever been to the zoo? And have you ever seen a tiger? I'm sure most of us have been to a zoo at one time in our lives. Maybe we went there by ourselves or with our children. And mostly in zoos, the highlight would be the tiger. And they are known to be very fierce, very, very, very angry at most of the time. So we always think of the tiger as a creature that shows anger. But really, why is the tiger so angry? You have to think about it. The tiger is just like any other animal. It is angry because it is scared of human beings. And fear, as this great another animal, can I quote him? This great reptile has said, fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate leads to suffering. And the tiger is mainly angry because it is scared of human beings. So when it does smile, it just indicates that it is actually hiding anger deep inside it. So do not be deceived by the tiger's mouth opening wide. And in life, we will encounter people who are like this. In my 42 years of existence, I have encountered people who would smile at you, but deep inside, they are angry because they fear you. They think that you are better than them. They think that you will overpower them, or they think that you will just brush them away. And when we encounter people like this, we really have to be wise about it and see through what they are showing us or what their outward behavior or the look is implicating. So I encourage Toastmasters that when we encounter these kinds of people, do not shy away from them. Do not be scared, but rather reach out to them and understand where their fear is coming from. For all you know, there's no reason for their fear because you could actually be a good ally for them. So let's stretch out our hands to people like these. And instead of being um, competitive and being angry back at them, let's reach out and let's try to hold hands and try to make this world a better place. Contest share.
We will now have 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer, please let me know when 1 minute has elapsed. Zoom master, please let the next contestant join our main room while the 1 minute of silence is ongoing.
Start na po. Am I audible?
Contest share 1 minute has elapsed.
Thank you. Sorry. Contestant number 2, Toastmaster Erica. Can you take this time to check your audio, please?
Mic test. Can you hear
All right.
me?
Loud and clear. Are you okay with your video placement? And can you confirm that you see timer number 1 on your screen?
Yes, I see timer number 1.
All right. So if all is good with you, I will be introducing you. Contestant number 2, Erica Asa. Your topic is, when a tiger flashes his teeth, don't mistake it for a smile. Once more, your topic is, when a tiger flashes his teeth, don't mistake it for a smile. Toastmaster Erica Asa.
I ate COVID for breakfast. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters and friends. I am the only one in the family who did not get the virus. Yes! Am I fortunate? Nah. Last year, my entire family from 5 different households got the virus. Since I was the only one who did not get it, I was the runner to Mercury Jog, grocery, dirty market, or dry and wet market, and many others. Not to mention 5 different hospitals. I asked God, why? I should be thankful that I did not get COVID-19, but I thought it was a smile. But nah, it was a fierce teeth of COVID-19 that pulled me down because it was exhausting. It was tiring. But you know what, fellow Toastmasters and friends, I was strengthened because of my family and because of the love that I have for them. Even though I know that tiger wasn't smiling, I braced myself and ate it. How about you, fellow Toastmasters and friends? There are things in life that may be deceiving, but they are not always good. What you do is you brace yourself and face it head on. Now I can say that I don't just eat COVID for breakfast. I ate it for lunch, merienda, and dinner as well. How about you? What will you have for breakfast tomorrow? Back to you, Toastmaster.
We will have 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer, please let me know when 1 minute has elapsed. Zoom master, please invite the next contestant into the main room.
Contest chair, 1 minute has elapsed.
Thank you. Contestant number 3, Toastmaster Anthony, can you please acknowledge that you are muted and your video is on? Please test out your audio by saying good afternoon.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters.
All right, your video is loud and clear. Are you okay with your framing?
Yes, thank you for asking. Contest
And
chair.
can you confirm that you can see timer number 1 with his hand raised on your screen?
Her, yes, I can see her. Timer 1 and timer 2.
All right,
And
so
you
if
as well.
thank you. If everything is okay, then I will now introduce you. Contestant number 3, Anthony Foronda. Your topic is, when a tiger flashes his teeth, don't mistake it for a smile. Once again, your topic is, when a tiger flashes his teeth, don't mistake it for a smile. Anthony Foronda.
I have 9 cats in my house. 5 cats inside the house and 4 cats outside. They freely roam around, inside, outside, on the bed. One of the things that I understand about cats by keeping them 9 cats and for more than 5 years is that let them be. Let them be. They have their own rule. They have their own way of life. If you disturb them, they might get irritated and smile at you, as we understand, showing their teeth. However, don't think that those shining teeth beaming on you is a good thing. It's a cat, and a cat is just like a tiger. They have fangs. One day, I caught a cat, and it was just smiling at me, I thought. Smiling. Oh, cute. And I petted the cat, and then suddenly it just hooked its claws on me and started biting. The reason why that cat bit me, it was before I took the cat, it had a fight with another cat. And that is why it had some angst of biting someone. Ladies and gentlemen, a cat or a human can show a smile, but don't be deceived that its teeth is about greeting. Be critical. Be critical about this. Teeth can be shown to smile. Teeth can be shown to say, I'm angry. Back to you, contest chair.
We will now have 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer, please let me know when 1 minute is up. Zoom Master, please invite our next contestant into the main room.
Contest chair, 1 minute has elapsed.
Thank you. Contestant number 4, can you please test your audio by saying good afternoon?
Good afternoon.
All right, your audio is clear. Can you confirm that you are okay with your video placement and that you can see the timer on your screen?
Yes, I can see the timer on gallery view.
All right, since you are all ready, let me introduce you. Contestant number 4, Kyle Astranbe. Your topic is, when a tiger flashes his teeth, don't mistake it for a smile. Once more, your topic is, when a tiger flashes his teeth, don't mistake it for a smile. Kyle Astranbe.
Raise your hand if you ever been in a fight. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, I was once a fighter. Let me tell you a story. I am currently a teacher, now in the Philippines, but farther back in time, let me take you back 4 years ago. It was my first time going to another country. First place that I don't know anyone. I have no idea where to go and what my life would be like. So that opportunity happened for me. I was in Spain, a country that the language I have never spoken. I was lost almost all the time because every time that I would ask for directions, people would assume that, oh, this girl is very easy to trick. They would tell me to go to this place and I would end up not knowing where I am. It's very common for me to get lost because people would always assume that anytime that I would ask for help, they think that you can easily fool me. But the thing is, what's different at that time was every time that I get lost, I continued my path, moving forward, looking for the many places that I needed to go. And I eventually got there. And what I realized is that no matter how people will tell me the many different path options I could take, no matter how many times they would tell me to get lost, explore this and that, the only thing that I would always remember is I would keep moving forward. And it was Katy Perry who once said, I am a fighter. If you're gonna hear me roar, you will. Contest master and fellow Toastmasters, when was the last time you fought like a fighter? Contest master.
We will have 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer, please let me know when 1 minute is up. Zoom Master, please bring in the next contestant.
Contest chair, 1 minute has elapsed.
Thank you. Contestant number 5, Toastmaster Bianca, can you test your audio by saying good afternoon?
Good afternoon, everyone.
All right, are you okay with your video placement and can you see the timer on your screen?
I will just pin my timer. There, I can see my timer.
All right, so if everything is good with you, I will now introduce you. Contestant number 5, Bianca Bencio. Your topic is, when a tiger flashes his teeth, don't mistake it for a smile. Once more, your topic is, when a tiger flashes his teeth, don't mistake it for a smile. Bianca Bencio.
When a tiger flashes his teeth, do not mistake it for a smile. When I was in high school, I had a friend, a very close friend, and I found out from other people that she was very, very ambitious. Actually, I didn't need to find this out from other people. Everyone can see this themselves. She was always topping her class, and she was always at her A game. I think this is why I was friends with her in the first place. I was attracted to this energy. I liked high-performing people. I like to learn a lot from these people. And so I was friends with her. What I did not realize was that she was competitive in the sense that she had a list of people that she had to cross out. So I have to be better than this person, then this person, then this person, and this person. And this was something that I had just found out one day. People just told me this, and I didn't believe it. And then eventually I found out, I saw this list myself, and I saw my name as one of the names in this list. It made me think about all these times when she asked for my help, all these times when she offered her help with mine. I guess maybe it wasn't really a friendship. Maybe it was a negotiation. Maybe it was an agreement. And that made me realize that maybe she didn't have to be my friend. Maybe it was important enough that I learned something from this tiger. And even if she flashed her teeth and she wasn't smiling and she wasn't being friendly, maybe in some way she was teaching me a lesson. But I was also grateful for that experience because it helped me be cautious. It helped me be cautious about people who are trying to manipulate me, people who are trying to use me. So friends, beware of the tigers who flash their teeth. But friends, be careful also because tigers have their stories. Hear them out, listen to them, and befriend those tigers. Contest chair.
We will have 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer, please let me know when 1 minute has elapsed.
Contest chair, 1 minute has elapsed.
Thank you, timer. Judges, please complete your ballot sheets and send the results to the chief judge as instructed. Timers, also please send your time record sheet to the chief judge. The chief judge and talliers will proceed to the breakout room courtesy of the Zoom master so that we can have some time to interview our contestants. Zoom master, please send our judges, chief judge, and talliers to the breakout room, please.
May we invite our roll takers in the roll takers breakout room? Thank you. You can click join.
Thank you, everyone. We'll give them a few minutes to join the breakout room. All right, I think that's enough time. While we wait, I'd like to get to know our contestants a little bit better. Let's please, all contestants for table topics, please turn on your videos and I will call on you one by one so we can have a little get to know while we wait for the judges to complete their tally sheets. Let's start with our first contestant, Toastmaster Li. Toastmaster Li, I'd like to get to know you a little bit better. Can you share with us your name, which we can read, but your name, your club, and how the club you're representing, and how long you've been a Toastmaster?
Yeah, hi. Yeah, my name is Li Ann Ross Gualar. I got my name from Vivian Lee, so that tells you how to pronounce it. And I have been part of the Supreme Toastmasters Club for less than a year. I cannot remember anymore when I started, but I'm sure it's less than a year. And it's my first. I'm so sorry, my son is here.
It's okay.
It's my first time to join. Since I'm very new, it's my first time to join any contest for in Toastmaster. But I'm glad I did. It's a good experience.
Well, we're glad that you decided to join as well because you'll never know until you try Toastmaster Lee. Speaking of first time joining contests, I want to ask you in one word, how do you feel finally completing your stint at the division contest?
Well, I am just at peace now. Not one. That's two words. I'm sorry. Peaceful for one word. I have been very nervous about this table topics. I did practice and I trained yesterday, and I woke up at 2 a.m. this morning and I tried to look at possible table topics online, and I was doing the drill at 2 a.m. I was that nervous. So I am just relieved that I was able to pull it through. I did not fumble, I did not break down. So just with that, I consider myself a winner because I did not fumble. That's it. I'm happy with it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lee. So, talliers, na ha, sabi ni Lee, winner na daw siya. You don't need to place it. Joke. Just kidding. Thank you, Toastmaster
Don't
Lee.
compute anymore.
Wag na
Hello.
i-compute si Lee. Joke. Let's call on our next contestant, Toastmaster Erica. Toastmaster Erica, same thing. Please introduce us with, baka naman gusto niya i-spotlight yung kausap ko. Toastmaster Erica, please introduce us with your name, club that you're representing, and how long you've been a Toastmaster.
Hi, hello, Craig. I am Erica, and I'm from Mystique Culture Toastmasters Club. I've been a member of Toastmasters since 2013. Yeah, 2013. So
All
almost
right.
na pala, 9 years.
Yes, 9 years. Toastmaster Erica, I would like to ask you a short question. What is different in terms of how you prepared for your area and your division contest?
To be honest, I think I was prepared in the area level, but things got really busy at work and family. So I've been telling my club mates that I haven't really prepared for the division. But I think the ultimate thing that is different is I did a lot of praying for the division kasi nga I wasn't really that prepared as compared to the area. So I really just prayed and sabi ko, bahala ka na Lord. Kaya na po bahala. Yan, that's all.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster Erica. So alam nyo na guys, wag na daw mag-prepare pag division contest. I'll move on to our third contestant, Toastmaster Anthony. Toastmaster Anthony, please introduce yourself, your name, the club you're representing, and how long you've been a Toastmaster.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Wonderful. Hello, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Toastmaster Anthony Foronda, representing Elite Toastmasters Club. I've been with Elite since 2018. Yes, and prior to that, I was with Los Baños Toastmasters Club in 2016.
Alright,
Yes.
thank you, Toastmaster Anthony. Kunwari, hindi kita kilala kahit magka-club tayo. So, one question that I would like to know is, what is one thing you did differently today
Than
than other days?
the other days or contest. Okay, so since this is a contest activity, I was a bit more formal in terms of the clothes that I wore, but not now. And then the response to the table topic was more, how would I, candid in terms of thinking through what recently happened to me as regard to the smiling tiger or the smiling cat that was in fact fuming after having a fight with another cat, which had a good analogy also as it pertains to human beings or human relationships.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster Anthony. I'm glad you did something different today. I will move on to our fourth contestant, Toastmaster
welcome.
Kyle. For those who still need the breakout room, please do join them again. Na-close lang yung kanina. Sorry naman na. Kahit di ko kasalanan. Ako na yung magsasorry. Ma, sorry ma.
Ako po yun. Mine.
Please join the breakout room again to our judges and talliers while we wait for the results. All right, I will continue with my inquiry. Toastmaster Kyle, hi, honorary babe. Wow,
Hello. Okay.
casual na.
Oh my gosh. Hi, HB.
All right, hi, honorary babe. Please introduce yourself as well. Your name, the club you're representing, and how long you've been a Toastmaster. Kunwari hindi ko alam yung sagot.
Oh, hi. Hello, everybody. I am Toastmaster Kyle from Metro Manila Toastmasters Club, and I have been a member of Toastmasters or Metro Manila since July 2020. So it's very recent. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster Kyle, for introducing yourself. My question for you is, why should you not join Toastmasters? Joke lang.
Sorry, hindi ko napigilan. I was
Fight like a tiger. Toastmaster
like a
Kyle.
tiger. Definitely.
My question for you is, I think it's a unique experience for you, so I'll ask you, how does it feel competing while under the influence of COVID-19?
Very true. The first few weeks during the area contest, I got the virus, and it was challenging. I don't know if I am fighting COVID or fighting and having the courage to get up and really answer a question that made it seem so difficult to answer. But it was an experience. It definitely was a learning experience. And I realized that even if it's COVID, guys, I'm here. I made it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kyle. I think that will be our new mantra. # COVID lang yan, Toastmasters
COVID lang
tayo.
yan, Toastmasters tayo. Yes. Thank you so much, ADK.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kyle. We'll move on to our fifth contestant, Toastmaster... Asa na siya? Bianca. Hi, Toastmaster Bianca. Please introduce yourself as well. Your name, your club you're representing, and how long you've been a Toastmaster.
Hi, everyone. I'm Bianca. I'm from NPC Toastmasters Club, and I joined just last year, January.
Oh, that's quite fresh. I'm glad that you're joining contests this early. So, Toastmaster Bianca, my question for you is, which club officer forced you to join the contest? The joke. Why did you join the contest this early in your Toastmasters career?
I will answer both questions. All club officers forced me. Just kidding. No. They encouraged me. I'm really grateful for their mentorship. And as to why I joined this contest, I think that the best way to learn is really exposure. Like, there's so many ways to learn. There are there are books and everything, but I think that exposure is the best teacher.
Well, I'm glad that you've gotten your exposure, maybe a little bit more than you wanted, since this is your second contest already. Thank you for answering my questions. And I've seen that we have some distinguished guests in our room, so I would like to acknowledge the presence of Division N Director Franz de la Fuente. Hello, thank you for joining us today. All right, I am just checking, are all ballots in and are we ready? Okay lang, sanay naman akong hindi sinasagot pag nagtatanong. Joke lang. Division Contest Chair, are we ready?
We're still waiting for one more judge to send their ballot.
Okay,
Just
sabihin mo wag na masyadong pabebe. Joke.
Okay.
I'll say hello again kasi na-disconnect siya nung in-introduce ko siya. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of our Division N Director, Toastmaster Franz de la Fuente. Welcome to our contest. All right, so since we have a little bit more time to spare, I would just like to thank everyone who is here supporting your respective contestants and or supporting the organizers today. It's really heartwarming to see 51 people in our room, not including those who are in the breakout room. So we're really glad to have that. And since we're waiting a little bit more, and I will also be your contest master later on, I just like to remind all of our contestants to turn or to hide all non-video participants and to make sure that your framing is okay, though we did a tech check earlier. And later on, please make sure that you see the timer so that we avoid any complications. Just a reminder to all of our audience members, please refrain from using any form of communication with our contestants. So when we raise our hands, it might distract our contestants and remove the view of the timer from their screen. So we don't want that. We don't want our contestants not knowing whether they are already over time. All right, just that quick reminder. Thank you once again. Anek, ready na tayo. naubos na yung pang-ubos oras ko. Division Director, ready na?
I do believe let's have a little bio break, 5 minutes, if I'm not mistaken.
Alright, yun naman din yung next ko sasabihin.
Sabi ko nga. Alright, back to you.
Alright, let us have a quick 5-minute interval. But before that, I will very, very quickly. Asan na ba? Hindi ko mahanap. Ayan. Let me very quickly formally close this table topics contest, save for that one judge who hasn't sent the ballot. We will have a 5-minute bio break before proceeding to the international speech contest. It says bio break, but you don't have to go to the washroom. You can do anything for your sanity. If you need a cup of coffee, a glass of water, or anything under the sun, we will start at exactly 2 p.m. for our international speech contest. All right, timer, please let us know when 5 minutes are up. And in the meantime, if you want to stay, we will have some background music ready for you. Zoom Master, please do so. If you're not ready, bad trip ako sa'yo. Ayan, good job. 5 minutes. See you in 5 minutes, everyone.
Requesting a dance number by Glenda Abad.
Spotlight.
I second the motion. The motion
Ay,
now
internet is
goes to a
breaking
vote.
up. My internet is breaking up. Wait.
Yan o.
Wala!
5, 6, 7, 8. Yun.
Sorry,
Bakit
5 minutes po yung intermission natin, hindi 5 seconds. Hindi to kissing sa bar. 5 minutes yung intermission. Dahil ayaw daw po ni Division Director Glenda, the job falls upon the next highest official that we have in the room, District Director Richard Guajo. Thank you for sharing with us your dance moves for the Ayoko na, baka magkaroon ako ng kaso sa ethics committee.
This is our technique so that the upper officers will not join
Oo,
the other
ganun talaga.
contests that we have.
Natatakot ako baka mamaya dyan may ethics committee hearing na eh. Tinawag mo daw si Richard Cuajo para sumayaw sa division contest.
Pasasayawin din natin yung ethics committee. We'd also like to invite everyone to join us at March 5. We will be having the evaluation and humorous contest for the division. So that's also one thing to look forward to.
Oy, District Director Richard, may message po from AD Bea. Sabi niya, wave ko na po yung food stubs ko today. Yun na po. So, paki-divide by 4 instead of 5 po yung 3,000. Alright? So, that is 750 per head.
Thank
Salamat
you
po.
so much. Thank you so much.
Pwede nyo rin po isend sa akin na lang sa Gcash. Ako na para madali.
Honey, may padala daw sila 750 na pagkain. Yung district director daw namin yung nagpadala. Wait yun, boss namin yun eh. Si Sir Richard po.
Boss namin, love na love namin yun. Tsaka alam mo actually for someone na medyo cute din siya. Medyo na.
Oh.
Natatakot ako kasi baka...
Kung pwede nga hindi lang 1 year yun. Kung pwede nga hindi lang 1 year yung term, no? Kung pwede mga 10 years.
Sana 10
Dynasty
years.
na, no?
Kahit kami na lang yung magro-rotate. Siya na lang yung district director for 10 years. Kami ikot-ikot kami. Nakakatakot maging contest master pag nandiyan si district director. Hindi ko talaga matatanggal yung posisyon. Malapit na matapos yung term ko eh.
Mas kumikitab yung noo ko kapag pag nandiyan.
Umaangat yung hairline ko by the second eh. Mamaya kalbo na ako.
The best part of being the host is naka-spotlight pa rin yung video mo kahit wala na eh.
I know.
Mga 5-minute break.
This morning meron talagang 5-minute break. Tapos naka-spotlight lang. Tapos yes. Hello. Gagawin ko is 5 minutes of silence yun. So parang, hi.
Interviewin na lang kita sa AD Greg.
Hello,
AD Greg,
Franz,
nung
5 minutes na sa last.
Ayan, 5 minutes are up.
Nakalusot ka doon.
Yes! Sakto! Let me just check, Diva. Are all of our judges' ballots in?
All judges' ballots are in. Thank you very much for waiting.
Alright. Buti na lang. Ubus na yung tactics ko eh. Welcome back, everyone. I hope everyone is indeed back. Kasi kung hindi, okay lang. I will wait. I'm used to waiting for people that are important to me. All right, our chief judge has confirmed, well, technically our contest chair has confirmed that all ballots are in. We will now begin our next contest, our international speech contest. I would like to call on the chief judge for the contest declaration. Our chief judge will once again be Toastmaster LTM Edel. Have all the contestants, judges, and rule takers been briefed?
Yes, they were. Back to you, Contest Master.
Thank you for that very long and inspiring confirmation, Toastmaster Edel. Because of that confirmation, it is time to begin the contest. In case of technical failure once more at the contestant's end, and the contestant drops out of the meeting, I will say the words timer. Please note the time. We will pause until the chief judge provides us with the next instructions. For international speech contest, the instructions may be for the contestant to continue their speech and be given a 30-second addition to their time in view of their disconnection portion, or they will have to repeat their entire speech and be placed at the last speaker. Okay, may I request the Zoom master to please spotlight our first contestant, and we shall start our contest. Contestant number 1 will be Toastmaster Alfred.
Okay.
All right. Hello, Toastmaster Alfred. Can you
Hello.
can you check your video by saying good afternoon?
Good afternoon.
All right, loud and clear. Are you okay with your positioning of your video? And can you confirm that you can see the, sorry, timer 1, please raise your virtual hand again. Toastmaster Alfred, please let me know if you're okay with your virtual screen and if you can see the timer on your screen.
Yes.
Yes to both. All right. Okay, Zoom Master, I require your assistance. All right, so if everything is okay, Toastmaster Alfred, I will now introduce you. Contestant number 1, Alfred Quinsay. The she test. The she test, Alfred Quinsay.
Did you know that women test men to the point that even women themselves don't know they are testing men? Just ask my wife about it, and she's not even aware she's testing me. But why do women test men? The short answer is survival and protection of their offspring. And whether the man knows how to lead, just be another pretender. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, good afternoon. I've been married since God knows when. And during the course of our marriage, me and my wife had met a lot of challenges. Let me rephrase the statement. I've met a lot of challenges from my wife. Example, in 2005, when I was a young and handsome accountant, I'm a CPA, by the way, as in certified Oging accountant. I received a job offer from a multinational gold mining company to work as a mine accountant. A mine accountant is the accountant of the mine. Gosh, I never thought I could explain that well after all these years of being asked what a mine accountant is. So being a mine accountant, I was assigned in the far-flung region in Mindanao, wherein the mine was located. That may sound majestic because it is where the gold was. And it truly was majestic, impressive, and striking. Because just as you reach the foot of the mountain in Canatuan, Zamboanga in the Norte, you would see the richness of the land sparkling before your eyes. However, it was not without great fear and danger. Since a year before I got the offer, some company employees and their families were ambushed and killed by radical groups and insurgents when they were transported to a town called Ipil. I remember I told my wife about the job offer regarding the risk and the danger. And she said, "You don't have to go there. There are plenty of jobs for you here in Manila." But she sensed my hesitation. But when I finally told her about the perks and the salary offer, she immediately changed her mind and said, "What are you waiting for? Go! They might thought you're a wimp." So just like a good husband and a family man, I finally went on a tour of duty. But that involuntary response from my my wife, has left me with more questions than answers. Does she really love me? Why does she want me to get killed? Nevertheless, I take on the job offer. The policy of the company was you work in the mine site for the next 6 weeks with 1 day rest per week. Then you earn a 1 week paid leave to go back to your place, and then you come back again after a week. So for the next 6 weeks, me and my wife did not have any communication. Not since because the location has no signal, but because I thought my wife drove me away. I was hurting. True enough, the place was dangerous. Because one fateful night, just before my 6th week of stay in that mountainous region, my roommate was assassinated by an unknown gunman on the neck when he was about to proceed to our room. The incident was just a few meters from where I was standing, and it was eerie, terrorizing that night. After my wife found out what happened when we attended the wake of my roommate, who was also from Manila, her tears flowed silently as we sat from one of the benches inside a church, while I was gazing blankly at the casket of my friend. I looked at her, and she said in the most gentle voice, "If you don't feel like you want to go, I will understand." I smiled gently and kissed her on the cheek. After a week, I decided to go back to the mountains and work as usual. I can sense the fear in her eyes. But she stood by me because she saw my resolve and the paycheck as well. I realized years later that my wife, whether she was conscious about it or not, was testing to see if my words were congruent with my actions. Because only in such disposition could I truly trust and follow your lead. Contest chair.
We will have 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer, please let me know when 1 minute is up. Zoom Master, we can now admit those in the waiting room. And second contestant, please feel free to start getting ready.
Contest chair, 1 minute has elapsed.
Thank you. Contestant number 2, Toastmaster Li, can you please test your audio by saying good afternoon?
Good afternoon, Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters.
All right, your audio is clear. Can I just check that you are okay with your framing and that you can see the timer on your screen? All right. So if all is good, I will now introduce you. Contestant number 2, Angeli Huarque. Something hilarious and somewhat amusing. Something hilarious and somewhat amusing. Angeli Huarque.
Fellow Toastmasters and friends, joining Toastmasters International was a whole new experience for me. I am now able to share things I never cared to share before with just anyone. In fact, when I let my colleagues at work read my icebreaker speech, that was the very first time that they discovered my whole life story, even though having to have worked with them for almost 5 years now. I am not someone who really tells personal stories or shares feelings and opinions. However, Toastmasters changed all that. It is slowly trying to unravel my inner world through writing and delivering speeches. And I am not complaining because it feels liberating. And so today, I would like to share with you an experience of mine, which is an anecdote. I am also going to share with you my interesting discovery about public speaking. These are the moments I find very hilarious and amusing. First, an anecdote. The most hilarious moment of my high school life. One afternoon, Mrs. Lamberte, our teacher, who is known to be very strict, informed us that she will be attending a meeting. To compensate for the supposed class session, she left us with some writings to do. One of my classmates was assigned to write on the board our supposed topic for the day and for us to copy these in our own notebooks. During that time, there were not so many of us because most of my classmates were members of the school band who were also practicing at that time. So, that one afternoon felt like a free day for us. And because it felt like it, instead of writing, my closest classmates and I were just goofing, running, and playing around. Then, I happened to stand with the door of our classroom, just looking outside and wondering about things I could ever think of at the time. An idea suddenly came into my mind. Why not pull this naughty classmate of mine? I went back inside and shouted in Filipino, "Nandito si Ma'am! Nandito si Ma'am!" What happened was totally unexpected. I witnessed a commotion as if an impending tragedy was about to happen. Looking face into the stage before my eyes. Roxanne, my seatmate, and some of my other classmates stumbled because others were hastily running to get their seats. And were quickly grabbing any notebooks and pens that they could get their hands on. While the commotion was happening, I was at the back of the classroom, holding my breath because I'm laughing so hard. Mrs. Alberti was a very strict teacher, the reason everyone reacted that way. When everyone was already settled down in their own seats, a brief moment of silence occurred. And because I couldn't contain my laughter, the next thing that happened was a burst of laughter from all of us. Now, moving on to my interesting discovery about public speaking. Had I not decided to join Toastmasters International, I wouldn't know how shy I was. During college, I would always attend Sunday services at a church near our school. One of the things I would anticipate with going there was the young pastor who I had a crush on. During his sermon, I noticed that he would gaze longer at my direction before he would switch his eye contact to the others, and then he would gaze back at me again. And because of that, I would feel, as they say in Filipino, kilig. I was also thinking to myself, ooh, this pastor might find me pretty since he kept staring at my direction. But then, I was wrong. Now that I'm delivering his speeches, I realized that I was just assuming back then. He was looking longer at my direction because he wanted to get some reactions from me. And he was looking back at me again, maybe because he would get a reaction this time. I am someone who usually has a poker face, Most of the time, I really don't show reactions or emotions at all. During my level 1 second speech project, I found myself doing the same thing like what the pastor did. When I was delivering that speech material, I felt that there was another voice at the back of my mind, observing the audience's reactions to what my eyes caught. And that voice sounded like, "Ooh, Dear Miguel is nodding and smiling. He might have understood what I was saying. I felt satisfied." And then I switched my gaze and I caught Tim Rosel not smiling. When she was not reacting at all, I somehow felt disappointed. And my other voice was saying, Tim Rosel must not find my speech interesting. Maybe if I'll first make a convincing stare at her for a bit longer before I'll shift my eyes to the others, I'll just get back to her later if I won't still get a reaction. And then I switched my eye contact again, and I saw Tinted, my mentor, listening intently and seriously. This time, that other voice was saying, he must be checking my progress. So these are the voices that made me realize how assuming I was before. I now understand that when you're speaking, your main focus is ensuring that your listeners understand what you're saying. And when the listeners reciprocate by showing positive signs through their facial reactions, it gives the speaker a sense of satisfaction, knowing that you are being understood by your audience. My fellow Toastmasters, with my interesting discovery about public speaking, there's still one thing that I also realize, and that is experience is indeed the best teacher in life. Had I not decided to gain new experiences, I would have known new valuable lessons. I would still remain a naive and an assuming person. That is why, my fellow Toastmasters, go on exploring, savor the experience to the utmost, and reach out eagerly without fear for a newer and richer experience. Not to miss out even the moments that are something hilarious and somewhat amusing. Contest chair.
We will now have 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer, please let me know when 1 minute is up. Contestant number 3, please feel free to take this time to test your video.
Contest share, 1 minute has elapsed.
Thank you. Contestant number 3, Toastmaster Carol, can you please test your audio by saying good afternoon?
Good afternoon.
All right. Are you okay with your video framing, and can you confirm that you see the timer on your screen?
Yes, I confirm that I see the timer on my screen.
All right, so if all is okay, I will now introduce you. Contestant number 3, Carol Bahar. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Carol Bahar.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all?
Do you ever ask yourself this question? I never in my wildest dreams thought I would resonate with a wicked witch in this epic fairy tale. I prefer to empathize with a hero or heroine. But truth be told, I can be like the wicked witch who really keeps asking,
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all?
My husband and I was in the mall. A beautiful, sexy woman walked past. I noticed my husband glance. As cool as a cucumber, I asked, "Is she beautiful?" If asked by a partner this question, thread carefully. It is not what it seems. What it really means. Is she more beautiful than me? There it is, that question.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
When I baked my very first batch of cupcakes, as soon as they cooled, I topped it with whipped cream and sprinkled it with red sand sugar, arranged it on a plate, and gave my husband and 4 sons each their share, eagerly looking on as they took a bite. Well, how is it? Is it good? In short, did I do good? There it is again.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
After giving a presentation, I'd ask, how'd I do? If the feedback was anything less than perfect, I'd review my presentation in my head over and over again, nitpicking everything that went wrong and what I should have done differently.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?
Like the Wicked Witch, I was obsessed with what others think. I saw my value only when people find me the fairest of them all. Each day, when I look in the mirror, as I wash my face, comb my hair, and put on my makeup, I only see the facade and its many flaws. I look and do not really see. Lost behind the many roles and the masks, I was shattered. In my brokenness, I signed up to a retreat. One day, I found myself in a gazebo in the middle of a serene garden overlooking hills and mountains. In my stillness, a translucent figure about 10 feet away was beckoning me to him. Slowly walking towards the figure, I asked, "My lord, what do you want me to see?" Slowly turning around, listening, feeling, seeing, I found myself gazing back at myself, seated on the floor of the gazebo. "My beloved child, who do you see?" "I see someone lonely, desperate to be loved and accepted." Then magically, I was seeing through his eyes and felt unconditional love. A radiant white light was emanating from within the center of the lady in the gazebo. "Wow, that's me? That's how you see me despite the failures and the disappointments?" I've been asking the wrong question. I was so focused on what others see in me, I never asked, how did I see myself? I looked with overly critical eyes instead of seeing with love, faith, and hope. That encounter transformed me. I slowly started picking up the fallen pieces of shattered glass. Fast forward today. It took some time for me to feel more comfortable with who I am. To not feel insecure when my husband admires a beautiful, sexy woman. To not take it personally when my family found my cooking just okay. Or when given feedback that was less than perfect. From time to time, I'd catch myself thinking, I'm not good enough. When that happens, I remind myself, Carol, you are a work in progress. I'm not just my rules, nor my successes and failure. I am not what others think. To me, there is but one person whose opinion truly matters. Yes. My name is Carol. I'm a wife, a mother, a cook, a Toastmaster. Yes, I'm all those and much, much more. I'm eternally loved and accepted just as I am. And that is enough for me. Now, when I look in the mirror, I remind myself to see through eyes of unconditional love, faith, and hope. For truly, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. My invitation, when you look in the mirror, look beyond the facade. Remember who you are and who you are. Choose to look with eyes of unconditional love, faith, and hope. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, and friends, when you look in the mirror, who do you see? Contest chair.
We will have 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer, please let me know when 1 minute is up. Contestant number 4, please feel free to take this time to test your video. Thank you.
Contest chair, allow me to just fix my camera. It can't seem to go online. I think I have to log out and then log back in.
Let me just try Zoom Master. Can you invite Toastmaster Lambert to turn on his video, please?
Yep. Tried to do
Contest
so.
chair, 1 minute has elapsed.
Thank you, timer. Toastmaster Lambert, can you turn on your video now?
I think he reconnected.
Okay.
Toastmaster.
We will wait for a bit. Since it's just a reconnection, it shouldn't take more than a minute. All right, I think he's back in the room. Let's give him a few seconds to join the audio. All right, Toastmaster Lambert, we can see you now.
All right. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Can you confirm that you are okay with your video placement and that you can see the timer on your screen?
All right, I can see the timer on my screen.
All right, so if everything's okay with you, I will now introduce you. Contestant number 4, Lambert Lawenko, the Master of Time. The Master of Time, Lambert Lawenko.
I am the master of time with the ability to slow time down. And you might be wondering how I came to achieve such powers. And to explain that, I have to take you back in time to almost a year ago when I found out that I was accepted into a master's degree here in Taipei. See, for the longest time, I've been looking for a way to leave the country because life had felt like it had boiled down to a routine. See, every day was work, sleep, and maybe some personal time in between. And it got even worse during the pandemic because once the pandemic hit, I could see the same people, see the same things, hear the same things, and every day was the same day. And those days melded into weeks, and those weeks melded into months. And next thing I know, 2 years had passed, and my life had passed me by. So when the opportunity came to come here to somewhere different, I embraced it with open arms. But of course, coming here had challenges of its own. You see, I didn't speak the language. I didn't know how to get around. I didn't know anyone here. So doing the simplest of things became incredibly complicated. Going to the grocery, buying breakfast, commuting to school. I didn't know what to do. So I had to learn everything on the fly. And after 8, 10, maybe 12 weeks, I was exhausted. I was so tired. I was done. So I decided one day I'm going to open my calendar and I'm going to organize my life. I'm going to organize my life so that I won't be such a mess. So I open up my laptop and you know what I see? You know what I see when I open my calendar? That the month on my calendar had not changed since I first came here. It was still October, and that was impossible because in my head, I know I've spent 8, maybe 10, maybe 12 weeks, but this machine was telling me that I'd been here for only 30 weeks. How? It was impossible. So in my head, the only logical explanation was that I could now control time. But just to be safe, I opened my laptop again and I went on to Google and searched help. I have slowed down the flow of time. What should I do? And after jumping through some hoops, my research led to a study by the University of Chicago, and I'll summarize it as such. When we're children, before the age of 5, everything we experience is new. We're bombarded by all this new stimuli. Sights, sounds, colors, shapes, people, everything is new, and your brain is firing on all cylinders because it needs to understand the world around it. And when that happens, while that's happening, you're aware of every second, of every minute, because your brain is working on all cylinders. But as we get older, these things become much more familiar. We see the same things every day. We meet the same people. And the brain wants to be efficient. So all these similar experiences, it streamlines it. It shortens your perception of these things. So your daily commute, maybe you're objectively aware that it takes an hour to do it, but you might not remember exactly what happened on that commute. 1 minute, you're at home. Next thing you know, you're in the middle of EDSA. And next thing you know, you're at work. And after several days of doing that, a year has passed, and you might even find yourself surprised when you read the news and see the average commuter spends so and so hours in traffic every year because you don't remember every detail. But when I came to Taiwan, everything was new. The thick smell of fermented tofu wafting through the streets, the accents, the intonations of the different Chinese dialects, the cold rain droplets of 13-degree winter weather, the unique facial features, the unique textures, the unique sounds, everything was new. And in many respects, ladies and gentlemen, when I came here to Taiwan, I was once again a child. And it was scary. It was scary. It was very, very frightening. But here's the thing. It may have been scary, but it was also invigorating. Because for the first time in my life, I was aware of all these textures. I was aware of all these colors, these sounds, this music. I was aware of my environment. I was aware of the flow of time. I could feel. I could perceive every hour. I could perceive every minute, every second of my life And all of a sudden, my life, it had color. All of a sudden, my life had meaning. And time had slowed down. And I realized that this is something that you could replicate anywhere, even if it's not to the degree that I have. If you could insert new experiences into your own life, new people, new hobbies, new experiences, unfamiliar, uncomfortable places, then bit by bit, you too could slow down the flow of time. You too could take control of your life and stop it from passing you by. Ladies and gentlemen, nowadays I am no longer content with being a bystander in my own life. I am the torchbearer, pushing my life forward. I am the captain of my ship, chartering my way through unfamiliar seas. I am no longer a slave to the passage of time, for I am its master. Lambert Lewenko, the master of time. Contest chair, thank you very much.
We will have 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer, please let me know when 1 minute is up. Next contestant, please feel free to take this time to check your video. And Zoom Master, we can now let in the people in the waiting room.
Contest chair, 1 minute has elapsed.
Thank you. Contestant number 5, Toastmaster Precious, can you please test your audio by saying good afternoon?
Good afternoon.
All right, loud and clear. Are you okay with the video framing, and can you confirm that you can see our timer on your screen?
I can see the timer, contest chair.
All right, since you're all good, I will now introduce you. Contestant number 5, Precious Bertolaga. It's in your hands. It's in your hands, Precious Bertolaga.
You and I are on a journey called life. And if you want to get to your destination, you must be ready to get on a ride. But for the younger me, that ride was a jeepney ride. You see, jeepney rides are never just a jeepney ride for me. Because when a passenger is having trouble carrying their bags, I would happily carry it for them. When a passenger is having a hard time looking for someone who can hand over their jeepney fare, I would gladly extend my arm and pass it to the driver. Raise your hand if you have ever helped someone. Do you remember the last time you lent a helping hand? Contest chair, fellow helpers. One time I was on my way to the jeepney stop, carrying all of my bags. One on my back, one on my right hand, and another on my left. While I was waiting, I heard two people arguing. I saw an old woman and an elementary student walking towards where I was standing. The child was looking down and is muttering to herself. She seemed furious. And the old woman said to the child, "What can I do? I already told you I don't know how to write an excuse letter." I looked at the old woman and I saw her hands. She was holding a pen and a blank paper. Unexpectedly, our eyes met. Her eyes were filled with frustration. So I softly smiled at her and asked, "Do you need help?" She nodded. So I put my bags down, emptied my hands, and took the pen and the paper from her hands. I wrote the entire excuse letter while waiting for the jeepney. When I handed the letter to the old woman, the look in her eyes changed. The eyes that were filled with frustration are now filled with hope. She smiled at me and whispered, "Thank you." When was the last time you emptied your hands to help others with their burden? Do you know that even your smallest act of kindness can produce far-reaching effects? Years later, we finally had our own car. That means that my ride won't be a jeepney anymore. It's now a brand new pickup truck. And we were able to enjoy its company for 3 long months. My father and I were in a car accident. It was around 2 in the afternoon. The best time to sleep, right? So I reclined my chair and slept. So did my dad. I mean, there's no harm in sleeping inside of your car as long as you are not the one driving. In our case, my dad was driving and we both fell asleep. Never would I thought that we would face this kind of tragedy in our lives. Still in shock, I went out of the car. I didn't know what to do. I was walking back and forth. I didn't know what to do and where to go. My mind was clouded. And then suddenly, I saw a stranger. He left everything that he was doing. He emptied his hands, pulled up a chair, and placed it next to me. And he said, "Ma'am, you can sit here. Everything will be all right." So I sat down, and when I did, even in the midst of a tragedy, I felt comfort. It's been 3 months since the accident, and the kindness that stranger has shown me is still embedded in my heart. My friends, take a look at your hands. When was the last time you took something you have and gave it to someone in need? You and I are on a journey called life. And as you face obstacles and struggles along the way, may you still see every moment as an opportunity to do small acts of kindness, because your actions can produce far-reaching effects. Helping doesn't have to be a grand gesture. Helping can be as simple as taking whatever you have and offering it to someone in need. So, whenever you feel like you don't have the means to help the people around you, just look at your hands. What do you have? Contest chair.
We will have 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer, please let me know when 1 minute is up.
Contest chair, 1 minute has passed.
Thank you, timer. Judges, please complete your ballot sheets and send your results to the chief judge as instructed. Timers, please send your time record sheet to the chief judge as well. The chief judge, judges, and talliers will proceed to the breakout room courtesy of the Zoom Master. Zoom Master, please let me know when all of our judges, our chief judge, and our talliers are in the breakout room.
They are inside, Contest Master.
All right, thank you, AD Jan. We will now proceed with the participant interview because, of course, I want to get to know our international speech contestants as well. I would like to request for our first contestant to be please spotlighted, Toastmaster Alfred. All right.
Hi. Hello.
Hello, Toastmaster Alfred. I just wanted to get to know you a little bit more. Can you please introduce yourself, your name, the club you're representing, and how long you've been a Toastmaster?
Yeah, my name is Alfred Kinsay. The club that I represent is Tamarao Toastmaster, the oldest club in the Philippines, and I've been a Toastmaster since 2016.
2016, that's 6 wonderful years with Toastmasters. Toastmaster Alfred, I have a question for you. Your speech was a little bit about, the women in your lives, in our lives. I have a question. What do the women in your life do to make you happy?
Easy to please, just you know the just food, cook some a hot meal, something like that. But it has to be a Filipino meal that I love to eat, like sinigang, those things.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster Alfred. So, to all of the girls out there, you know what to do. Send your man some love through a hot Filipino meal. That also works for men, by the way. You can also send your women, woman or women, hopefully woman, a hot meal, and I'm sure they would appreciate it as well. Thank you, Toastmaster Alfred. I will move on to the next speaker, Toastmaster Angeli. Toastmaster Angeli, are you there? Toastmaster Angeli, if you can introduce yourself as well, your name, your club, and how long you have been a Toastmaster.
Hi, my name is Angeli Grace Hawarke. I have actually 3 names, but because my name is long, I settled for Angeli only. So I'm a part of CMA Toastmasters Club, and I joined the club in October 2020. So I'm a part of Toastmasters International for more than 1 year now.
Thank you, Toastmaster Angeli. So fresh and already starting in contests. I would just like to ask you a quick question. Since your speech was about being hilarious and amusing, I'd like to ask, what is the best pickup line you have received or you have ever given?
I think I can think of right now. I think it would depend on the situation when you just naturally think of it. But for now, I can't think.
All right, that's fine, Toastmaster Angeli. I do have a second backup question. What is the funniest thing someone has ever done while trying to be romantic?
The most funny, funny thing. Because like I said in my speech, joining Toastmaster was a whole new experience for me, and I would like to share that I'm really, really shy person, very timid and very anxious. So I don't actually talk with people that much. So when it comes to about funny things, I don't think I can think of something because I'm really shy talking to other people.
That's all right. I'm glad to get to know you a little bit better. So for everyone out there, I think you know what to do. Please give Toastmaster Angeli your best pickup line so that the next time she competes, she has an answer to the question. Thank you, Toastmaster Angeli. I'll move on to our third contestant, Toastmaster Carol. Hi, Toastmaster Carol. Please introduce yourself to us, your name, your club, and how long you've been a Toastmaster.
My name is Carol. So I'm part of the Life Coach Toastmasters Club, which was just recently put in place in September 2021. So I'm pretty new to Toastmasters as well.
Wow, we have a lot of new Toastmasters competing this year. Toastmaster Carol, I have a question for you. And this is going to be a little bit introspective. I'm sure you've done several iterations of your speech beside that mirror. So the question will be, if the person in the mirror could tell you one thing, how do you think they would respond, or what would they say about your speech?
About my speech, I would probably say that I'm glad that it was focused on the one thing that you're passionate about, and that is him.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster Carol. So for all of you out there, you know how our evaluators always recommend to practice in front of a mirror. Toastmaster Carol took it one step further and she competed in front of a mirror. Maybe that should be our next recommendation. Thank you, Toastmaster Carol. We'll move on to our fourth participant or contestant, Toastmaster Lambert. Toastmaster Lambert, hi.
Hello.
Please introduce us. Tell us your name, your club, and how long you've been a Toastmaster. It's my first time meeting you, so I need to know.
Nice to meet you too. I'm Toastmaster Lambert Lowenko. I'm from Elite Toastmasters Club. I've been a Toastmaster since January of 2020. So 2 years, a little bit more than 2 years.
All right, thank you for that answer. I'm glad to know that you're still in Toastmasters after 2 years. Now, Toastmaster Lambert, your speech was about slowing down time. I'd like to ask, what one moment in your life do you wish you could slow down, and why?
I think my answer would always be right now, because there isn't really any specific moment in my life that I'd like to slow down or do over again, because the way I experienced them was special partly because of how I perceive time flowing at that time. Well, my problem now is that here, where I am in my age, time is moving so fast that I can't appreciate the moment. So my answer to that question will always be that I'd like the present moment to be as slow as it can, so I can invite new memories and new experiences to their fullest potential.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lambert. My fellow Toastmasters and friends, you heard it here first. Toastmaster Lambert would like to slow down the moment currently, which is when he's talking to me. It's okay, Toastmaster Lambert. You can always message me and we can always talk for however long you want. Joke lang, please don't ethics committee me. Let's move on to our last contestant, Toastmaster Precious. Toastmaster Precious, oh, it's first time meeting you as well. Please introduce yourself, your name, your club, and how long you've been a Toastmaster.
I am Precious Verdolaga, and I've been a member of Metro Manila Toastmasters Club for almost
for almost
8 months.
8 months. All right. Toastmaster Precious, I'm just wondering a few things. Do you have your wallet nearby?
No.
How about your cell phone?
Yes.
Can I see your cell phone? All right. So just from your speech, I'd just like to recall that you said you can always give what's in your hands to those who are in need. And I see a phone in your hands and I am in need.
LBC natin.
All right, now Toastmaster Precious, seriously. I'd just like to ask one thing. I'm curious about your story when you let down those bags to help the old lady create an excuse letter. Didn't you think someone would, run by and grab your bags if it was part of a whole scam?
Oh, that's a good question. But I am I was currently I'm in the province when that happened. So I didn't really think that it would be a scam. But the one that worries me the most was I was thinking maybe my bags will get dirty. That's the one that I'm worried the most because I was waiting beside the highway. So, but at that time, I didn't really think twice. I just left my bags on the ground and wrote the excuse letter.
Thank you, Toastmaster Precious. So now you guys know Toastmaster Precious likes her bags clean. So if you want to be part of her stories next time, please clean her bags. Toastmaster Precious, I'll send you my address later. I'll wait for the phone in LBC. Thank you to all of our contestants for bearing with me and my corny questions. And I think I would like to ask, are we ready to announce our winners? Just checking.
Perhaps we can take this opportunity to award our certificate of
Oo nga, tatanong ko
participation.
lang kung ready na ba yung...
Oh, wait lang. Syempre, ano tayo, di ba? Anyway.
Alright, so I will move forward. I hope that by the end of the next segment, our certificates of the winners will be ready. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it was definitely an honor to be your contest master. And I thoroughly enjoyed being here. I hope that you all enjoyed the contest as well, even if some of you might have had some nerves today. I'd like to thank once again all of the contestants and the contest officials for doing a great job. Let's all give everyone a virtual round of applause. Whew. All right. Let me just check which portion. All right. We will now proceed with the participant's certificate of participation. So Zoom Master, if you would please, to all of our contestants, I would like to request for everyone to turn their videos on so that it will be easier for our Zoom Master to spotlight you when the time is up. Let's start our awarding of certificate of participation. First, for the table topics contest, let's start with our first contestant, Toastmaster Li Gualar. Toastmaster Li, there you go. I see your beautiful face. Please give us your most amazing smile as we take a photo in 3, 2, 1. All right. We will move on to our second contestant, Toastmaster Bianca Benshaw. Toastmaster Bianca, I don't see you.
Think she's not here, Contest Master.
Okay, we will smile for her. 3, 2, 1. All right, we will move on to our third contestant. Our third contestant is Toastmaster Anthony. Toastmaster Anthony, please give us your biggest smile as we take a photo in 3, 2, 1. All right, thank you. We move on to our fourth contestant, Toastmaster Kyle. Toastmaster Kyle, please share with us your brightest smile as we take, ay nasilaw ako, too bright, joke. As we take a photo in 3, 2, 1. All right, thank you, Toastmaster Kyle. We'll move on to our fifth contestant, Toastmaster Erica. Toastmaster Erica, with her new last name. Congratulations, the joke. Toastmaster Erica, please share with us your most amazing smile as we take a photo in 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Now we move on to our international speech contest certificate of participation. To start with, we have Toastmaster Alfred. Toastmaster Alfred, please share with us your most gorgeous smile as we take a photo in 3, 2, and 1. Smile. Thank you, Toastmaster Alfred. We'll move on to our second contestant, Toastmaster Angeli. Toastmaster Angeli, are you there? Kaya mo yan, Edi Jan. I believe in you. Toastmaster
Yes.
Angeli, please share with us your prettiest smile as we take a photo in 3, 2, and 1. Thank you, Toastmaster Angeli. We will move on to our next speaker, Toastmaster Lambert. Toastmaster Lambert, I would like to see your most handsome smile, Toastmaster Lambert. We will take a photo in 3, 2, and 1. Thank you, Toastmaster Lambert. We move on to our fifth speaker, Toastmaster Precious. Toastmaster Precious, since it's your name, show us your most precious smile as we take a photo in 3. Sana yung certificate.
Ay.
Yan. As we take a
Sorry.
photo in 3, 2, and 1. Thank you, Toastmaster Precious. May galit yata sila sa MMTC. Laging dun yung may patawa. Joke. And with that, we are done with our certificate of participation. I think it's time and I hope we're ready. Yes, Toastmaster Carol? Naka-raise hand.
Dem Carol pa, wait lang po. Yeah,
Ay,
sorry.
bakit kasi? Ano ba yan?
I'm so sorry. Wait na, ito na.
Toastmaster Carol. Kasi naman, may mirror ka naman daw. Mag-mirror selfie ka na lang. Let's smile as we take your photo in 3, 2, and 1. Thank you, Toastmaster Carol. And we sincerely apologize. Ganun talaga. Minsan, we forget about some people. Even if they're just right in front of us. You know. Ay, sorry. All right. It is now time and I hope we are ready because I will call back our contest chair, none other than Division Director Glenda, because I believe she is done ordering our grab for today. Toastmaster. Ay, wait lang. May pahabol. Dumating si Toastmaster Bianca. Can we flash her certificate and take a photo with her? Kaya man, Edi Chan. I believe in you. Kaya. Toastmaster Bianca, I hope you're ready for a photo op. Baka kaya ka naglako kasi nag-makeup ka pa. We believe. All right, you're spotlighted. We're just waiting for the certificate to be flashed and it's there. Toastmaster Bianca, please share with us your best I woke up like this smile as we take a photo in 3, 2, and 1. Thank you, Toastmaster Bianca. And I believe yun na po talaga yun. Tapat-tapat na po, lalarga na po. Sabi nga ng jeepney driver. Let us call back onto the stage our contest chair, Division A Director, Glenda Abad. Toastmaster Glenda, take it away.
Thank you very much, Contest Master Craig. For this, may I ask for a 5-minute bio break as we arrange our certificate of winners slides. And with that, may I ask our Zoom Master for some interim music while we wait for the results. Thank you very much. Timers, please let me know if the 5-minute interval is up. Yeah, thank you very much.
Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights down to business. Mama, please don't worry about me. 'Cause I'm about to let my heart speak. My friends keep telling me to leave this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million. Let's get down to business. Back and forth with the bullshit. I know I said it before, I don't mean it. It's been a while since I had your attention, so it might hurt to hit it. Dreams we had don't ever fall away. We can't leave them if we stay the same. And I can't do this for another day. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business.
Hello, contest chair. 5 minutes elapsed.
Thank you very much, timer 1. So once again, welcome back everybody and good afternoon. For this part, I would like to thank everyone involved. You know, my friends, this contest would not be possible without the dedication, effort, and teamwork of all our contestants, contest role takers, contest judges, our chief judge, our contest master, all our area directors, and all the participating clubs. Also, all of you now present, our audience who are supporting our contestants. Thank you so much for making this event a very successful one. Now for my Zoom master, can you please flash the slide? Because I would also like to take this opportunity to announce some reminders for Division A. Thank you very much, Zoom Master. For all the club officers who have yet to complete their DCP point for the club officers training, this is your chance. On February 12th from 9 a.m. to 12 noon, we have the last club officers training to make up session. For more details, please contact your area directors and we will forward you the Zoom registration details. Also, the One Member, One Recruit campaign has begun. If you are able to recruit a member, you will get the limited edition Black District 75 One Member, One Recruit campaign shirt. Also, please do not forget, this is the date that we can all look forward to. Next month on March 5, this time from 8 a.m. to 12 noon, we will have our evaluation and humorous speech division level contest. Thank you very much, Zoom Master. Now, I would like to ask our Chief Judge, DTM Idel Demano. Chief Judge Idel, did all our contestants qualify for the contest?
I'm happy that they did.
Oh, that's great news. Thank you so much, DTM Idel. And now, the moment that we all been waiting for, let us announce the winners. Zoom Master.
By the way, Contest
Oh,
Chair,
yes.
no tie has been broken.
Oh, thank you so much for letting us know. Indeed, so no tie has been broken, no time disqualifications as well. Good job, everybody. And now, Zoom Master, may we have the slide? There we go. Drum roll for our third place winner is in table topics. Third place winner. Yes, the tension is mounting. Our third place winner for the table topics contest 2022 is Li and Ross Gualar. Thank you very much. Toastmaster Li, can you please open your video so we can take this picture with you and your certificate. Also, Toastmaster Li, we will contact you with regards to the delivery of your trophy. Okay, please flash us your winning smile. 3, 2, 1, smile. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Li, and congratulations for winning the third place. And now we move on to our second place. Zoom Master, drum roll, please. Our second place winner is Toastmaster Kyla Astranbe. Congratulations, Toastmaster Kyle. Can you please, oh, there you are. Okay. Congratulations for winning the second place in the table topic speech contest division level. Now, please ready your winning smile. We'll take a picture. 3, 2, 1, smile. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Kyle. Congratulations. Once again, your trophy, we will forward you and contact you with regards to the delivery details. Now we move on to the much anticipated. I wonder who is our Division A champion for table topics and will represent us in the district runoff. Drum roll, please, Zoom Master. Attention. Oh, there we go. Congratulations, Toastmaster Bianca Bencho. Can you please open your video so we can take this picture with you? Yes. Congratulations for winning first place in the division level table topic speech contest. Now, please ready your winning smile. And in 3, 2, 1, smile. There we go. Once again, congratulations. And you will now represent Division A in the upcoming district runoffs. Thank you so much. And now we move on, my friends, to the Division A champions for the International Speech Contest. For our third place winner, drum roll, please. So, for third place in the International Speech Contest, congratulations, Toastmaster Carol Bahar. Yes. Please open your video along with your mirror. There we go. Yes. Okay, so please ready your winning smile. In 3, 2, 1, smile. There we go. Congratulations, and we will contact you with regards to the delivery of your trophy. So congratulations for being third place. Now we move on to the second place. in the Division International Speech Contest. I wonder who it is. Zoom Master, drum roll please. Second place winner.
Excuse me, Contest Chair. Please
Yes.
pardon my interruption. I need to convene just for 5 seconds, please. With
5
you.
seconds. Okay.
Yeah, privately.
Can
Thank you so much. Sorry for the interruption.
All right, Toastmaster Lambert. We will hold on. Please hold on for a bit while we go to a breakout room with a slight deviation from our program. Our Zoom Master, can you please put on some music for all present to enjoy? Thank you very much.
Hello, Didi.
Lady Chan.
Yes.
Third place si Lambert, second place si Carol.
Third. Oh, sorry.
Kaya pang palitan yung slides?
Yes, kayang-kaya.
Sige, ulitin natin. Hayaan
Unmute please, unmute.
Naka-spotlight. Mamaya, pagbalik ko. And then, yun, sige, edit na tayo. Sabi mo na sa akin, pag okay na.
Guys, Jan, stop sharing.
What an interesting turn of events, right? So please continue on with the music while we correct some little details in our awarding of the winners. Thank you everybody for the wait. Now may I ask once again for Toastmaster Lambert to go back on stage. Open your video, please. There you go. Hello, Toastmaster Lambert. May I ask that we will spotlight you for a bit and announce the winners. So Toastmaster Lambert, we need to make some few corrections with the contest slide. So I want to congratulate you for winning the 3rd place. Okay, you are the 3rd place winner for our 2022 International Speech Contest. So congratulations. Now please flash us your wonderful smile in 3, 2, 1, smile. There you go. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Lambert, and congratulations for winning the 3rd place. And in line with that, I want to call once again Toastmaster Carol with her mirror so she can accept the 2nd place winner award for the International Speech Contest Division level. So once again, please give us your most majestic smile in 3, 2, 1, smile. There we go. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Carol, and congratulations to Toastmaster Lambert, and to you also, Toastmaster Carol. And now, finally, with no corrections this time, we're sure of our 1st place winner. May we have that wonderful drum roll? Ha! Our 1st place winner is Toastmaster Precious Berdolaga! Congratulations! Yes! So you, my friend, will be representing Division A in our upcoming district run-off. So congratulations. Please give us your winning smile in 3, 2, 1, smile. There you go. We will contact you with regards to the delivery of your trophies. So that concludes, my friends, our division level table topics and international speech. For our 2nd and 3rd place winners, please take heart so that we also need you to prepare, still prepare in case, just in case, though hopefully not, something happens to our 1st place winners. So to all of you, our contestants, congratulations. Not all of maybe winners, but all of us are winners when it comes to learnings for this afternoon. I mean, not all of us can be the champion. Okay, and with that, by the power invested in me by Toastmasters International, I officially close our contest. Congratulations, everybody. Oh, photo op pala muna. Yeah, I forgot. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for reminding me. Please open your camera so we can take a picture and commemorate this wonderful division event. So may I ask our area directors to take a picture for us? Okay, open our cameras so we can all see your beautiful faces. There we go, waiting for some more people to open their cameras so that we can see your beautiful and handsome faces. There we have it. Okay, now we are at 2 pages if I'm not
Ako na,
mistaken.
ED, para
Ay,
1
sabi ko
page.
nga, o ikaw na po,
Ay,
Contest
hindi pala.
Master. I give back the proceedings to our Contest Master.
Fight can lose
Toastmaster
muna.
Fred.
Alright.
Diba?
Alright, everyone. Please show us your best winning smile as I take a photo in 3, 2, 1. Smile. All right, we're good. Thank you, everyone.
All right.
Send ko na lang.
Okay, stopping the recording now. Thank you all who supported the contestants, and congratulations to everyone.